Good evening, girls. As you can tell, it's a little late. I am looking exhausted. Um, but I just finished a busy day. I had my sectionals after school until 5. And then I came home and picked up Chris, and we went to Gold's Gym here in Waco and met with the head trainer there, Josh Gordon. When I saw him, he's really buff, and I thought, Flash Gordon, kind of funny. Anyways, it got set up. We're going to be meeting with a female trainer, one of the most experienced trainers who does couples training, named Maddie, probably short for Madison. But we're going to meet her on Tuesday for the measurements and to get started. So we got our temporary key card so we can go start working out right now. So that's kind of exciting, but we were there a long time. Then we went across the street to McAllister's Deli and had dinner, had me a veggie spud, then came back and practiced. We have the Lone Star Wind Orchestra Made in America concert next Sunday, and so we have rehearsal this Saturday, this Sunday, next Friday and Saturday, and then the concert on Sunday. And I literally have like 33 pages of music, and it's not easy. So Chris finally helped me get it all printed yesterday, and we finished today. And so I sat down when I got home tonight and practiced up until about 9 o'clock and figured I probably should stop because the neighbor next to me probably wants to sleep. So I'm just now getting to doing my nails because they've been naked today. So all I'm going to do is take, I know I've shown you on this on another video, Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. Jamberry has cuticle remover as well, that I'm sure is probably as good or better than this. And then I have the Deluxe Toolkit that has the metal cuticle pusher or cuticle spoon that I will use for my prep. And then I can use the scissors to cut the nail wrap. And then I actually use the black Jamberry nail file to initially file it, and then I use the glass nail file to kind of buff it, and my mini heater. But I'm going to just start with this, and it says to apply to the cuticle area, and then you wait 15 seconds before pushing back your cuticles. So I just do the one hand first, grab the metal cuticle spoon. I used to count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, whatever, but me talking to you is probably ready. So I take the shorter or the smaller end when I do my fingernails. There's a bigger end when I do my my toenails. This nail actually broke, I don't know, about a month ago down below the quick, really low. And my wraps actually held it together. And then just last week I trimmed my nails back, and I went ahead and just cut it back where it had torn. My nail had grown out enough that I felt I could do that and it wasn't going to hurt me too bad. So I don't know if you can tell, you can see some of that white. That's the invisible cuticle that you need to get rid of before you put your wraps on. So you just scrape down, and then all that stuff comes up. I'm just going to wipe it on my hands because I'm going to wash my hands here in a second. Scrape it down. After this, I can, or I could, file my nails, clip them, file them, shape them however I want. But I usually wait till after I do the wrap, because you can actually clip your fingernails once the wrap is on and it's cooled. And then that way you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting the wrap trimmed and you're trimming your nails. But my nails are short enough right now because I trimmed them back that I really don't have to do that. I'm just going to put the wrap on and file out the excess. Okay, so once I feel that that hand is done, And then I turn on the sink, and I use the Bath & Body Works Gentle Foaming Antibacterial Hand Soap, and I just wash it off. And then I dry it off with a hand towel. Kind of scrape a little bit with the towel just to make sure I got all that off. And then I've got no invisible cuticles. And then I do the other hand. I think I still have a tiny bit of abalone lacquer on one of my fingers. Okay, so let's see. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so then I repeat the process on the other hand. It's always harder for me to use my left hand to do it on my right. But I manage. It's okay. I used to get wigged out by anything having to do with my cuticles. And I never wanted to go to a nail salon to get my actual nails done because that wigged me out. Whenever, like, I've gotten pedicures done, and that even kind of wigs me out. I get very ticklish. But I think now that I've been doing this enough myself, I could probably handle an actual mani. And I had like this preconceived notion that when you went to get a manicure, they always put those fake nails on. You know, they glue the fake nails on. I was like, no, thank you. I'll stay with my own nails. I know better now. But if you do use the acrylic nails, Jamberry works for them too. So it's kind of cool. I know there's some Jamberry ladies who do the gel or the acrylic nails, and they still use Jamberry. Alright, so same thing, other hand, wash it off. And then I also wash the cuticle pusher. Oh, the soap smells so good. And then I dry off my tool, dry off my hands. And then I'm ready to do the wraps. So let me close this up. I'm going to take you with me to my office where I have my Jamberry stuff. So I don't know if you've seen you can see this terrible wallpaper. This was in the house when we bought it. So when we do renovations, this is going. But what is cool is the mirror. Let me turn you around. Hey, Danielle. There's this pretty mirror. Hi. And then lots and lots of storage. I guess you can see better in the mirror. Look at all that storage. Okay, so if you'll come with me. Flipped you around. This is our lovely haul. This is all the boxes that need to go to the recycle. Okay, my home office. I have been chilling out here in my day bed. I think this is cool. I got this idea from an executive in the company. You get a shoe caddy, and then you can put all your postcards in there. So I made some more postcards that are going to fill that up. It's awesome. Alright, but, sorry, hope I'm not making you dizzy. To the workstation. Alright. I decided that I'm going to do this one. Change of heart. Okay, so let me set up my phone. Turn you back around. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have my mini heater. And go ahead and turn that on, get that going. And take my wraps out. Grab my little scissors. And I already know which ones fit which fingers. So I'm going to start with the pinky, and I always use the small one. And what I do is I I peel it. I don't know if you can see. I need to come back here. Okay. I peel it up from the backing, and then I cut it. I don't like to cut the backing. Okay, and then I place it on my nail where it needs to go. These are kind of cool. They're ombre. And I kind of stick it in place. And then I put it in front of the heater. And it starts to kind of curl back, if you can see that. And then I just press from the base of the nail out to the tip in the center. And then I heat the one side. And again, I press from the base up to the tip at an angle to curve around, because I have curvy nails. And there's no bubbles that way. It's called the 1, 2, 3 method. And then I heat the other side and do the same thing. Press from the base diagonally up. And I blast it again. And I just smooth it out. Smooth it out. And you're going to have this excess. When the wrap cools, it will kind of pull back. So you don't want to trim it or cut it or anything until it's fully cooled. But you can always heat it up again, and you can kind of pull. It's very pliable. You can pull and stretch it over your nail so that you make sure you don't get any bubbles or creases. Okay? And I just do one hand at a time. So then, for me, the next wrap I use for my index finger, and then the third wrap I use for my ring finger, which I'm going to do next. Same process. And when you do this enough, you can get pretty quick at it. If you're a newbie at it, you do want to take your time. Otherwise, you'll get bubbles, and then you get lifting. I do want to say that you need to avoid water or any liquids, lotions, anything like that for at least an hour or so, because the adhesive is still trying to stick and water can get underneath, and then it lifts. It ends up lifting at the tips. So Daniel, you asked, will I put gel over the top of yours? I didn't this last time, and I'm probably not going to do it tonight because I'm just exhausted. We'll see what happens with tomorrow. If I feel like they're not staying as well, I will put gel over them, the True Shine gel. That does help, especially when you have curved nails, because it creates a better seal. But this last mani that I did with my Cowboys wraps, I didn't use True Shine, and it was totally fine. And I put it over lacquer, and I didn't buff or anything, so they probably would have lasted longer too. So I think it really depends on how you do your application, and again, not getting them wet at all for at least an hour, and really making sure that you have that good seal at the tip. Another little tip is, you can, once you get them all filed down and ready to go, you can take a Ziploc bag and hold it really tight over the nail, and then you heat up that Ziploc bag, and it really gives a nice blast of heat, and it smooths the tips down even more. So this is what I got so far. The only thing with the way my fingers are is when I put them on, they don't alternate like they do on the sheet. So I have 2 of these together, and then I'll have 2 of these hearts together. Whereas if my ring finger nail was smaller than my index fingernail, it would just rotate and I'd have the designs alternate. So whenever I design my own NAS wraps, my Nail Art Studio wraps, I usually will design it for my fingers. If I want it to alternate, I can arrange it on the sheet that way. And another cool thing about the Jamberry nail wraps is when they alternate it, they do the opposite on the other side. So you can be more flexible and make it work. So this is the shortest my nails have been in a while. So I'm hoping that the wrap doesn't stick to my actual finger instead of my fingernail. So I'm going to have to be really careful with it. I choose to wait to do my thumbnails till last, because when I'm filing, I use my thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to do the other hand first. I kind of feel like I have Dragon Lady nails too, because they're long right now because the wrap is hanging over. Feels weird. I honestly do not know how those women who grow their nails really long, like where they curve, I don't know how they do that. How do you type? How do you eat? How do you go to the bathroom and wipe yourself? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I'm okay with short to medium nails. Like I had, I thought like my Instagram posts were working because I had a girl email or message me through Instagram and was very interested in Jamberry, her friend was, and then she sends me this picture of her friend's nails, and they were like long, like they came out to here. And she asked, you know, will Jamberry work? Will they fit? Should my friend trim her nails? And I said, well, she'll probably have to use the entire strip, you know, for one nail, and she might have to trim her nails just a little bit to make it work. And she just kept asking me questions like, do I think they're weird and all this stuff? And I was like, or have I ever seen women with the nails that long? And I was like, yes. And she kept asking questions about, you know, the length of the nails. Is it weird? Have I seen it? And didn't ask me about the samples. I asked her if she wanted samples. It was weird. It seemed real spammy. So I told her, you know, that we also have a gel line and we have a lacquer line, and if she needs any information, I can help her. But it seemed weird, like that wasn't her agenda at all. She just wanted me to tell her that her friend's nails were weird and she needed to cut them or something. I don't know. Well, this is not one to go on straight. Probably because I'm talking and not paying attention. Let's try this one again. That's the cool thing with these. When they're warm, they're very pliable. If you make a mistake, just heat it back up and reposition them. And it's all good. Alright, getting there. So if you did watch my video last night and you wanted me to do the other one, the other wrap, you didn't like this one, let me know and I can do that for my next mani, because we still have time before Valentine's Day. Dragon Lady nails. Okay, so I got 2 left for this hand. And then I let them cool, and then I file them. And then I go back and do the thumbnails. So I'm not going to make you sit through the entire video for that. But I wanted to, again, come on and just show you how I do it and have been successful. And no matter what kind of nails you have, from what I'm hearing, this is the best way. You'll find all kinds of videos online for how to apply nail wraps if you have curved nails. They call, there's the baseball method, there's the baggy method, which I was kind of talking about, there's the pull and stretch method, there's the 1, 2, 3 method, and I kind of do like a mixture of the 1, 2, 3 method and the pull and stretch. If you watch the official Jamberry video, what they have you do is heat the wrap first and then place it on your nail. And when I did that, I wasn't coordinated enough and I wouldn't get it on there right, and then it was just a big mess, and I had creases and I had just it was a mess. Didn't work well for me. And so and then there's the cold method. So I kind of do the 1, 2, 3 method cold. So like I'm pressing it on before I heat it up, and then I heat it up. And I think Jamberry doesn't have you do it that way because, you know, they're afraid that or they might be afraid that you would burn your finger, I guess. I guess if you're using a hairdryer, that can get really hot. So you wouldn't want to put it right on your fingernail. You'd want to heat the wrap and then put that on. But when you're using this mini heater, it's very safe. And you can tell when it's getting too hot. But it heats it up really quick, and as you can tell, it's quiet. It does have a little hum, because this one I think I've dropped a few times. But it's very quiet. It's very portable. I can stick this in my purse. And in fact, I need to have one in my purse. So I can always do a quick mani with someone if they're interested. Alright, so I'm going to leave this on, but I'm going to put it out of the way. I'm going to let it cool off. I'm going to go grab a new black nail file, and by the time I come back over to my chair, it should be about time to go ahead and file it off. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got my little package that comes in the style box. If you haven't ordered the style box, oh my gosh, it's amazing now. You can actually add other wraps to your style box, even wraps that aren't part of the style box collection, and you get free shipping. And they always send you a nail file and an orange stick as part of it. Okay, so see, I put my thumb right here. So I'm going to start with the first nail wrap that I did because it's going to be the coolest. And I'm going to file at a 90-degree angle, just downward. And the nail wrap will kind of fold back. And I start at the middle, and then I do the sides. And then it'll just kind of basically cut the wrap right there at the tip of your nail. And it just kind of falls off. See that? And then I'll go to the next nail and do it. And you don't have to be real delicate at this point. Just sawing off the extra stuff. Ta-da, that's the next one. Third one. I do find that the very edge on the other side, I usually have a tiny bit of nail wrap left over. And so that's when the glass nail file really comes in handy. Or you can even take your nail scissors and trim those little things off. Hey, Laura. Look how nice that looks. And I didn't even have to go to a salon. And it's way cheaper. So one sheet of nail wrap's 15 bucks. And I only used that much so far. So you can get at least minimum 2 manis, and then you have like accent nails. So you get more of that, and then you can get 2 pedicures. And so that's a really great deal. And you can always mix and match. You can add, you know, like do accent nails, do lacquers or gels or whatever, and mix it up. And with the Nail Art Studio, you can create your own designs, which I created a new one. It's so cute for Valentine's Day called Pink Plaid. And I put it on my Facebook custom nail art design. I think it's facebook.kimjtuckernas. And I'm just waiting for approval. I don't see why they wouldn't approve it. It's so cute. But it's not too girly. Like it's got a little plaid heart, but it's also plaid. So it's like pink and gray plaid. Very, very cute. I feel kind of dumb sitting here doing this, like talking to myself. But I'm not talking to myself because there are a few of you watching. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Today was crazy for me. I don't know about y'all, but my first period, the kids were like asleep. And then second and, well, the rest of the day, they were like so fidgety. They would not sit still. I could not get them to focus on anything. Granted, for second period, we got booted from the cafeteria into the gym because they had a special thing going on in the cafeteria and we couldn't go in there. And so the coaches graciously let us use the gym, but the special ed class had it reserved to work on basketball for the Special Olympics. So we were on half of the gym while the special ed kids were on the other half of the gym, you know, screaming and doing basketball, having a good time. So it was really hard getting those kids to focus. So I don't blame them for that, but even my honors band, they were just so not focused. Okay, so I have my main fingers done. I will go ahead and heat them again like I said. Smooth them out. I'm kind of just going through this really quickly with y'all. And then I will do my thumbnails, and then at the very end of the process, I take a glass nail file and I file at a 45-degree angle to get off any little excess and create a really nice seal. And then I heat it again. And then again, like I said, I stay away from liquids. I don't take a shower, wash my face, wash my hands, put lotion on for about an hour. And then it's great. It's a nice, good seal. And with me removing my cuticles, I don't ever really have it raise up at the cuticle. I know that some of the girls have had that problems, and like they'll brush their hair, their fingers through their hair, and their hair gets stuck underneath the wrap. But I don't have that problem. So nail prep and well, I guess follow up after the nail. See you this weekend, Laura. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope this helped. If you haven't tried your nail wraps because you've been a little afraid, even from watching this video you're still unsure, get with me and I'll sit down with you. We can have coffee and we can do nails, and you'll have beautiful nails like me. That sounded terrible. And it's really easy, and I'll give you samples. I have tons of wraps that I can share with you. I'll let you pick. It'll be fun. But anyways, good night, ladies. Bye.